Welcome to Realtree Global Hunting, this week brought to you from the beautiful forests of the Czech Republic. I've been invited to this very special event just outside Prague to take part in a traditional driven hunt on one of Count Leonhard Collerado-Manfeld's estates. Hunters from across Europe have been personally invited to this gathering to help with game management on the estate. But this is no ordinary management job. Although the hunters here are providing a valuable service, there's also plenty of fun, camaraderie and some very good hunting. Each hunter draws a tag to find out which peg they'll spend their day on. And luckily for me, I've drawn the peg next to my old friend Owen Beardsmore of Service UK, who organised the whole trip.
He's next to me!
Oh, brilliant.
I immediately demand a redraw. Leonhard explains what not to shoot and we get clear instructions.
No rows, no rows. No rows doing that.
This isn't a free-for-all. This is a carefully structured management hunt. Some species need to have their numbers controlled. Some are out of season and others still need leaving to allow the numbers to grow. Then the traditional opening ceremony takes place as Leonhard welcomes the hunters and explains the rules of the day.
Grab this.
We climb onto the tractors and are driven into the woods and dropped off at our pegs one by one. I'm lost, but not least, and find myself in a pretty good stand. With a good view of the surrounding area, I'm confident that I can get a good clean shot if presented. I just need to wait for something to come my way. So we're in Dobris, just outside Prague in the Czech Republic, and this is a management hunt. Basically there's 35 guns and we're trying to control the numbers on this particular estate. That includes mouflon, wild boar, fallow deer, red stags, pretty much any game that's here. Now there's limits as to what you can shoot. No big trophies when it comes to red stags, nothing too young, only the stuff in the middle. Mouflon rams, anything that comes through because the sheep are quite destructive, and also wild boar, no females, but any smaller, any males, and just fallow hinds or fallow does, no stags. So it's a pretty mild day, there's no wind, it's really, really quiet other than the road behind us. Now the tractor's just been round, dropped us all off at our stands. We've got a pretty impressive high seat here, everybody else is just in single seaters at the top of ladders. And we've got one of the most impressive constructions I've ever seen. So the drive goes on for about 2.5, 3 hours. At 11 o'clock we'll get out, hopefully we'll have shot something then, and wait for the tractor to come and pick us up. But in the meantime, it's being quiet, being patient, and sitting very, very still. Okay, so the line's made its way back to us. Now we saw a young fallow doe run past on the right hand side. It's far too quick for me to get onto. Now that one that's been shot, I had 2 shots on the right hand side. Now what they've done is they've brought the line up to the back of the guns here and let the dogs go. So hopefully you'll start to see a few shots happening sometime in the next 10-15 minutes. This isn't a driven hunt, this is a pressure hunt, which means the animals are just being gently pushed rather than being driven fast, so the adrenaline's not up. So the shooting should be a little bit more straightforward and we get to be pickier about our targets. After all, this is a management hunt, so it's very well organised so far. Everything seems to be going according to plan. The only thing that isn't going according to plan is we don't have a deer yet. Patience. Just at the pathway ahead of us, a tiny piglet runs across a small gap. I take an instinctive, if somewhat speculative shot. So that's pretty exciting. They're quite small pigs, local loafers, darting around the trees. And I've had to be really careful. I had a pretty good shot at one just there, but I could hear the beaters right behind him, so I couldn't take the shot. Waited till he came over, he circled around to the right where you can see the guys just behind us now, and then took a shot which is about 100 yards. I'm pretty sure I was behind him, probably about a foot behind him. But at least we've had a shot, at least we've seen some game. So I don't think I got my pig. We'll go and see if there's a blood trail in a minute. You'll see it with this Merkel RX Helix and the Lapua 185 grains. If we've hit it, it'll be down. Looking again at the replay, it's a pretty small target at quite a distance, but she's absolutely fabulous. Shh. Thank you, thank you. Well, that's a whole load of totally awesome. Now, it was an instinctive shot. I thought I'd missed it, but the beaters have found it, brought it straight back again, and by the look of it, it's an absolutely perfect hard shot. Now, it's kind of slightly emotional because I've just had two beaters that see a lot of shooting, and the guy just said, as you saw to the camera, that was a good shot. So, actually, it wasn't all me. All I did was pull the trigger. Merkel RX Helix, Leica Magnus 1.5 to 10.42, and Lapua 185 grain megas. That's what did the business. And there's my little piggy. How awesome is that? I think my work here is done. Awesome. I'm a little overexcited in getting down to tell Owen my story and put my foot right through the bottom step of the ladder. Oops. So this is a textbook shot on a wild boar. This is exactly what we're looking for. The young pigs, we're leaving the sows, the older sows, taking out any males and any youngsters. This is an absolute perfect size, and what can I say, inch perfect shot. I thought I'd missed it, didn't think I'd given it enough. 107 metres is a long shot, particularly when you're literally snap shooting. It had a 10 foot window of opportunity, and that was it. And then here it is. So really pleased with the shooting. I heard plenty of other shooting going on around me, so I think it's been a successful drive. We observed tradition, and then I tagged my piggy before heading back to the tableau for a little lunch and to retell my story again. However, I'm not the only one to have had a successful morning. Leonhard doesn't just invite hunters to shoot on his estate, he takes part himself. A passionate hunter, he always enjoys these gatherings. And there's no bias with him being given the best peg. He draws from the pot just like the rest of us.
Let's go.
Seat, and we're hoping that the dogs and the beaches will bring us some pigs, some wild boar, and maybe some red deer or fellow deer. Looks like we're in a very good area. It looks pretty promising, so we will see what the day will bring.
As the beaters pass by, there's no signs of life over at Leonhard's peg just yet, but it's still early doors. He keeps a watchful eye over the tree line ahead. Leonhard takes a shot at a running pig, and as it reaches the tree line to his left, he takes another.
I missed him. Did you see anything?
But he doesn't feel confident in his shots. A sow runs across the tree line ahead, but these are on the no-go list today, so he leaves it to run. Then two big boar dart across the front of the stand, and Leonhard takes a shot, but they keep on running. At that pace they are very, very tricky to hit. Leonhard can still see them in the trees ahead and fires once again.
I just shot at 2 pigs flying past, but I'm not sure if I got one. I think I might have injured one. I'll have to look a little bit later.
To his great surprise and delight, Leonhard finds the beaters dressing out one of his pigs. Despite having some very difficult shots, he's nailed at least one little piggy. Heading a little further into the trees, and there's another beater dressing out a good-sized boar.
Super. That's about a 3-year-old Kyla. 3 years, well, nice. And I'm surprised I got him. I didn't think I thought I missed him. He's got a perfect headshot. So that's why we didn't see him after the shot anymore. He just collapsed after shooting him.
That's 2 porkers taken with outstanding shots.
So maybe we should...
Leonhard searches for any signs of the third boar. He finds blood, but no pig. So he leaves a yellow ribbon on the tree nearest to the scene, so that the beaters can find the blood and follow the trail. Leonhard tags his other pigs, and he seems pretty happy with the day.
We just finished the first drive, and I had a pretty lucky spot. I was able to make 8 shots. Pigs came 3 times, and out of each time I got 1 pig. First one was actually a nice Kyler, about 3 years of age. I was very lucky to get him. I thought I missed him, but he was lying there, so I'm very happy about that. Then Bachin, a female boar or a sow, came with a Frischling, and I was able to shoot the Frischling as well from the sow. And I could have shot the mother as well, but one's not supposed to do that, so I let her go. And then in the end, 2 more small ones came, and I was lucky to get one of them as well. So it was a pretty lucky spot and a very nice hunt for me.
The beaters gather up the morning's fallen game, and everyone takes delight in sharing each other's stories as they admire their prizes. Stay tuned to Realtree Global Hunting over the coming weeks to find out what happened in the afternoon drive for myself and my good pal Owen Beardsmore. To find out more about Service UK's range of UK and international hunting adventures, visit service-uk.co.uk. Subscribe to Team Wild TV for the best hunting, airgun, gear and bow hunting videos on YouTube.